Hello everyone, welcome to day 135 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. We're starting as white here, and I'll play e4. We get the Sicilian, so I'll play c3, d4. I could play d4 here, straight away. I could also just play d3. Develops the knight. I could play f4 here, which looks very weird, but it does allow me to develop my knight behind my pieces, but it does block in my bishop, so I think I'll just play knight to f3 here. Just developing. That move allows me to pin the knight, so I'll just pin the knight here, develop a piece. I can bring my bishop because if the knight moves anywhere, I take with tempo on the queen, so they have to recapture and then I recapture, so I'll just develop my knight. Pushing gives an attack on my knight, and also hits this, which is annoying, but if they push I actually just take. My opponent just castles. The knight is still pinned. Pushing doesn't do that much, but it does help me fight for space. But pushing undefends this. Then I guess if I push and they take here, I take with tempo on the queen, so I'm actually able to push here. They take. I can take like this or with the pawn. It's probably better to take with the pawn. And if they capture here, I can take here first. And then if they go here, I can go here and have lining ups on over there. So could even push here. But I think if I push, they can just capture here. I'll just take with the pawn. If they take, I take with tempo on the queen. And then I can push here. My opponent has this check. But I can always just block. But then they jump in. Which seems very annoying. They do take. I can take first with tempo on the queen. If the knight takes, I can't really jump anywhere, but just take here. The queen takes. I could jump here and go for a trade, but I'm not sure. I can attack the bishop with this move. But if I go here and my opponent goes here, I think I actually have to step my king away, because it looks very dangerous. This square is protected though. I'll just hit the knight like this. There's that check, but I think I just go here. Knight takes, I take. My opponent can take here. Can't block with the queen. I could just step the king away, then this is still hanging. But I do like blocking this way. Maybe I should step the king away, but I just prefer to block with the knight. Takes, takes. Oh, takes. This is hanging now, but so is the knight. Could jump back with my knight to tempo the queen, but queen takes. I can just go for this trade. I do lose a pawn, but that's okay. My opponent does take. My king is unsafe. I'll take the open files. I'm just down 2 pawns now. My opponent pushes. I like the idea of doubling up my rooks and getting my knight here to take the bishop, because that would allow me to have very nice rook trades. If I go here and they go here, I can double up. And if they go here, I can come in. I actually like that. If I go here, my rook gets not pinned, but attacked. I have to be careful here. So I'll go rook to... I'll still go rook c4. If the bishop comes, I can just slide it back. The knight just jumps back. I'll double up my rooks. The bishop does come in. I can threaten this pawn. And also the bishop. So I actually have this move. And threatens not checkmate, but very dangerous situation. I'm also attacking the bishop. So my opponent has to trade the bishop off. They had no choice really. This move's annoying. My king isn't very safe. And I'm down 2 pawns still. This endgame is going to be very difficult to win. Rook over threatens a check to win my rook. I could just double up. Kings. I step here, there isn't this check, so I'll just run my king for now. Well, there actually is this check, because I lose my rook. So I just blundered. Wow. I lose an exchange here. In check I take, I lose my rook. I win some pawns, but in general it's very bad. Knight d4 check does work. Knight d4, I take, they take, I take. Lose 1 point of material. I have some pressure, but it's not that good. And I'll be against 2 rooks with my rook and knight. Also still down 2 pawns. And pawn up is not a move that I expected. I could come in to attack the pawn. If they push, I go here to attack the rook. But if they just move the rook, I'm almost trapped, so that doesn't work at all. I can just hide my king. Jumping in does defend this square. And I'd like to trade this knight off, so I'll just rotate my knight this way. If I get kicked, I just go here. If this, I lose a rook still. Do I still lose a rook? Oh my. This is a check. My opponent still has the tactic of giving a check to win the rook. So I think this is a second blunder from me, for not moving my king to safety. This check still works. I probably should have just played rook c3 a long time ago. I'll play rook c3 now. If they push, I take, they take, I take. They can probably just push. But then I take. But then they could take. They kick my knight away. Here doesn't work. Knight here. They can just take. I mean, knight here. Seems like the only move. I'm also attacking the knight now. I have to take. I'm still just down 2 pawns here. Trading off 1 rook allows the push. Going after this seems okay. I can just bring my king. My opponent has back rank problems. I can just bring my rook if they go here. If they took, it is a big problem. If I go here and they take, I take. They can just go back, but then I take. I hate my position. I will play king up though, just for support. If I get kicked, I just take. If they push, I can take this way. And always threaten the back rank mate. Rook in. Threatens to take. But this move feels wrong, because if I take, whichever way they take, I can come in to attack the pawns. So, take, I come in, they come in, I come in, they come in. I can go this way. Or take this way, I still come in. So I think that's a big blunder for my opponent. I come in to take these pawns. And I'm coming after this pawn. I'm trying to promote this one. I'm winning this pawn. My opponent can't come in. They can come in here. But nowhere else. If they push, I take. I'm the one who's promoting first. If they go here, I just push. They still can't go anywhere. And this move came. But now my opponent can push, I push, they push. And so I push, they push, I go here, they push, I push, they promote, I go here, and they can just stop me. I don't have any checks, and I can't stop the promotion. I can just push. This move comes, not sure where to step, maybe here. There's just this move. Gives me that check. I just step here. This is losing endgame, even if I manage to promote, I'd still be no 4 on 3. I mean, now there's just this. I'm just trading down into a losing endgame, to be honest. Even though I'm up 6 minutes, almost. I'm just down too much material. My opponent can just sack the queen. And forces my king to the corner. And now I have no moves. And queen there just stops. I mean, queen there is just checkmate as well, which I actually missed. I just boxed my own king in. Queen there just gives checkmate on this square. And I have no moves. Can't stop checkmate, so I'll resign. Let's look at this game. So I played on 80.5, my opponent on 88.5. This game had 3 mistakes, my opponent just had 23 really good moves. I played like a 1600, my opponent like an 1850. The opening was good. D4 was a mistake because this hangs at the end of the lane, and that's exactly what happens. I just lose a pawn. This is worse for me. Here I actually had to not take the knight but jump back, because the knight is trapped anyway. So that makes sense. Jump back to defend the pawn. Knight back was better. I'm still going to win the knight, so I actually had to defend first. I actually missed it. This forces a trade. But my best move was actually to sacrifice the rook. My best move was to sack the rook. Because rook takes d6, bishop takes my bishop. And apparently this is good for me. It's just an equal trade, but I don't like that line at all. Yeah, knight check just wins. This king move was very bad. I had to avoid checks. This knight check just picks up a rook. It does lose a pawn, but it wins material. My opponent still had the knight check here. And I thought I was winning here, but I actually should have kept the king away. Wow. I completely blundered by playing king away, because then I can't remove the king again. Wow, I should have kept my king on c5, just blockading my opponent's king. I should have just played a4 here. a4 just brings me closer to promoting. And actually, if I played a4 here, instead of king away, if I played a4, I'm still completely losing after h5. The best move would be f5, giving a pawn. h4, d4 is the best move. I'm just in a losing endgame. So there's no way I can win from this position, unless my opponent blunders me being able to promote. So I missed that my opponent actually had more actually had a pawn closer to promotion after taking. So I should have stepped here. But apparently this is worse. After queen e4. If I go here, the queen takes with check. I just have no way to promote. And then I blundered by going king a gives mate in 2. If the queen just goes here, then it can go here. So I resigned in this position. I think my opponent played very well this game. My opponent had literally no mistakes, only a few inaccuracies. So, a good game to my opponent. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.